Never has there been a better example of some people just want to watch the world burn than this story from Fox News. Boston man arrested in connection to ballot drop box fire investigated by FBI. 39-year-old Worldy Armand will be charged with willful and malicious burning. This is in Boston, and we have this story. A California ballot drop box was set ablaze. Authorities are now investigating the incident as a suspected arson attack. Two different stories, each on the other side of the country, of people burning ballot boxes and destroying ballots. Why? I don't know. Seems like they just want to watch the world burn. California and Boston. I can only assume these are blue areas, but people who live here are probably Democrats, so why would they do it? Well, here's a story from Fox News. Boston police and the FBI announced Monday that they have arrested the man spotted on surveillance footage, allegedly igniting a fire inside a ballot drop-off box outside the main campus of the Boston Public Library over the weekend. The FBI joined the investigation Sunday after the Massachusetts Secretary of State's office made them aware of the overnight attempted arson attack that happened at approximately 4 a.m. outside the Boston Public Library main branch in Copley Square. The police department released two photos taken from surveillance video allegedly showing the suspect igniting the fire. Armand was initially taken into custody at about 10:50 p.m. on Sunday when officers out on patrol in the area of Copley Square observed a male matching the description of the suspect wanted in connection to the ballot fire. Police said officers approached the individual and eventually obtained his identity. He had an active straight warrant out of Ipswich District Court for receiving stolen property. Following an investigation, members of the fire investigation unit were able to identify Armand as the suspect in the ballot box fire incident, according to the police statement. Now, I tell you what, this is important because I think this is going to show Republicans have a serious advantage. Now, these are just two stories. Not going to act like these two stories are indicative of a widespread arson wave across the country. But Republicans are voting in person. They're not voting by mail drop off or by mail vote. They're not dropping them off. They're not putting them in the mail. They're showing up in person. And this is a major Republican advantage. Let's check out what happened with this story, and then we'll carry on. This is from the Washington Post on October 20th. Outside of a public library in Baldwin Park, the smoke streaming from the intentional fire set inside an official ballot collection box made the deposit slot look like a chimney. Firefighters first tried to pry the sides of the metal container open with a crowbar and an axe. After a few minutes, they pulled out a saw and began cutting through the frame. As a sheet of metal finally fell away from the box, a thick cloud of smoke billowed out. "We're going to save as many ballots as we can," a firefighter said in a live stream of an incident posted to Facebook Sunday night. I'm sorry. No. All of those ballots are voided. The box has been tampered with, period. It was cut open, and now I do not believe any of these ballots should be counted. Sorry. What do we do? Someone could start a fire. People could run up and be like, "Don't worry, we're the fire department. Cut open the box. Don't worry, we're saving the ballots," and then drop a bunch of fake ones. "These were in the box. We swear. Look, they got smoke on them." Sorry. The box has been tampered with, and therefore the ballots are void. Here's what could you risk. Here's what we risk happening. People are then going to say later on, "Look at these instances where ballots were counted after there was tampering of a ballot box. I don't care for what the reason was. We don't know who did what." Now, I know. If someone has fake ballots, they can just put them in the box. But maybe there's surveillance footage, which there is, of these ballot boxes, in which case they would see a person dumping a ton of ballots into that box. This allows them cover. Oh, there's smoke everywhere. Here are the ballots. Now, I suppose people can then go look through the footage and say, look, only 50 people came, but there's 70 ballots. I don't know. The point is, tampering opens the door. An unknown person dropped a flaming piece of newspaper into the ballot box outside LA Public Area Library on 8 p.m. LA County firefighters cut open the box and put the flames out, but dozens of cast ballots had already been damaged, either by the fire or the attempts to put it out. The city's mayor estimated as many as 100 ballots had been affected by the vandalism. After they quelled the flames, firefighters gathered the damaged ballots and delivered them to the Los Angeles County Registrar's office. County officials said voters who think their ballot may have been compromised can call the registrar to find out if their ballot has been received. An LA County official told KCAL, of all the damaged ballots that had been accounted for and affected, voters would receive replacement ballots in the mail. Election officials asked local police, the FBI, and the Attorney General to investigate the incident as suspected arson. The arson of an official ballot drop box by the Baldwin Park Library in the first district has all the signs of an attempt to disenfranchise voters and call into question the security of our elections, which it has done. I can't believe it, man. We knew we were going to see problems. Trump has been warning about it, though he's been saying fraud over and over again. Now, thanks to Veritas, we have some hard evidence there is fraud, and we have evidence before, for sure. I've been warning over and over again. There will be impropriety. But did these people listen? No, they didn't. And now they will reap what they have sown. For all of these people in media who are gloating and laughing, mail-in voting is fine. Now Twitter is blocking even Eric Holder. No, mail-in voting is safe. And the Democrats are frantic. No, what have we done? Stop telling them this. We realized our mistake way too late. And now ballots are being destroyed, thrown in dumpsters. We just saw another 100 absentee ballots thrown in a dumpster by a postal worker. They're being found in ditches. Why? We don't know. Doesn't matter. It's happening. You have broken the chain of custody. We used to know where the ballots came from, where they were going. People would go in, they would vote. The ballots would then go in a box. We'd say, here's the box. It's sealed. It's not been opened. And you had poll watchers and people watching to see where the ballots were going. Now, there's ballots just all over the place. It is going to be bedlam. And it was the Democrats who did this. The Republicans rejected the mail-in voting scheme. And now all of this, even the putting the mail in the boxes, is the fault of the Democrats. So don't come to me and tell me the Republicans are the ones who have done it. I tell you this right now, man. I often talk about not caring about the Republicans. Like, what do they do? Right now, there's a COVID relief bill. It's being held up by Nancy Pelosi. Even CNN has acknowledged that Republicans are doing everything to get it through and that the Democrats are refusing to take yes for an answer. The Republicans have repeatedly said mail-in voting will create problems. And the Democrats said, you're fake news. You're lying. And their allies in media just parroted like morons everything they've said. The Democrats have changed the rules to such a degree that they are destabilizing our country. And they might actually win because of it. And how many votes will be disenfranchised? You know what? People are going to vote for them. That's funny, isn't it? They're going to vote for their own destruction. And the left is saying the exact same thing about Donald Trump, and it's just meaningless. Donald Trump and the Republicans have made moves based on the rules they are allowed. And you can complain about it all day and night. But they won. That's the result of winning elections. Now people who have no idea what they're talking about are going to vote. It's going to prop up Democrats who will continue to erode and destroy this country. How many Democrats and Republicans, I'm an equal opportunity complainer. Hey, we're selling out our country and our manufacturing overseas for decades. And the only reason it's changing now is because Trump got in and there are other right-wing populists who are getting in. The left-wing populists are all on board with all these games that destroy everything. They want to destroy the country. You've got left-wing populists that want to abolish the Constitution, destroy the country, and they're cheering for it. They're probably happy. There's already lawsuits underway. Good. Delegitimize and destabilize. And they say Trump is doing it. Trump is questioning the validity of our elections. Trump didn't change the rules. Imagine you're playing Monopoly and someone starts grabbing money out of the bank and like putting it on their side. And you're like, well, hey, they're taking money. Stop complaining. You're challenging the integrity of the game, Tim. Don't accuse them of cheating. But we're watching them cheat. They're literally cheating. And I run the risk of getting banned because of it. And now ballot box is being set on fire, huh? How about that? The reason why this one's a problem is because we already have an error rate with mail-in voting. So people started saying, drop your mail-in ballot off in person. That's what I did. I got a mail-in ballot because New Jersey mandated it. And then I went and dropped it in a box. And now I don't even know if that vote is safe because of things like this. Advantage Republicans. And it was the Republicans who warned about it. So whose fault is it really? The Democrats have done it. And I'm really worried if they're in their tantrum and rage, they end up winning. They will tear this country to pieces. It is their fault this happened. It's their fault there's no COVID relief. To be honest, to be fair, Mitch McConnell did adjourn the Senate saying no relief. We're not coming back until the 9th. So fine. They're not perfect and I don't like them either. I don't like Mitch McConnell. I don't like Lindsey Graham. Get them out. Vote them all out. I want all of them gone. If I could vote in a way that I get, like, if I'll tell you what, I'll put it this way. My vote is this. Rand Paul can stay. We'll keep Tulsi Gabbard. Ro Khanna, not a big fan, but has done some pretty good things. Ro, you're pretty good. I think Ro Khanna should stay. He's called out Pelosi. There's some principle behind there. I'm not a big fan of the intersectionality stuff, but I think it's fair to at least have some of these people, who would be, challenging the system. And Thomas Massey, I say Massey, Rand Paul Massey, Holly, you're okay. Ted Cruz actually doing all right. As for the rest of them, there's probably a few I could have named, but I just get rid of all of them, every single one. Oof. In 2024, there won't be Trump anymore. So look, here's what I think. I think if the Democrats get in, they're going to burn everything to the ground. And I think our best bet right now is that Trump wins. In 2024, his time will come. He'll be out, his service terms, and then we'll vote for a cleaner, more charismatic populist. But if the establishment gets back in, they're going to tear this country to shreds. To shreds, I say. And we're already seeing the problems of it. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all next time.